Ms. Davis, tell me, what is your full name and how did you get to be in the Overfeld High School?
So I'm Veronica Davis. I grew up in Sacramento. My first 2 years of teaching was at Grant High School in Sacramento. And then I decided to try a small school setting. So I ended up going to New Technology High School in Napa. And it was a temporary position, so I was only able to stay there 1 year, but I really enjoyed the small school setting. So I started looking for another small school. And I ended up at LPS, which is actually on the campus of Overfeld. And that was a disastrous experience for me. And so I was really figuring out, do I want to stay a teacher? Because it was really challenging. Not so much the students, just the way that the school was run. A lot of solutions had to be built on the teachers' backs. And so it was not a healthy place to be. And I ended up meeting Mr. Kiala, who's the principal at Overfeld, and he said, well, come on over here. And so I did. I said, okay, I'll give it a semester, and within 2 weeks, absolutely fell in love with Overfeld. It's a wonderful place to be. So I'm very fortunate to have met Mr. Kiala.
So what you're saying to me is that people have that stigma about East Side High School is not true.
No, definitely not. I have grown so much as a teacher here because of the people who are here. They've made me a better teacher. The students are wonderful. They're such creative thinkers. They're great problem solvers. They're so kind to each other. This campus has a family feeling more than any other campus I've been on. It's a wonderful place to be.
You know, I have to say that I have heard the same thing from Tommy. You know, he says the same exact word. This is a family feelings.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Why did Mr. Kiala chose you to be on the cover page?
Well, I honestly don't know. It's one of those things that, we do our job the best we can do every single day. And I was successful with this program. It was not just me. You've met Ms. Roberto. The students themselves decided they wanted to do this really amazing thing, this coding and developing games, and they just decided they were going to do it. And I supported them the best I could, and teachers here also did the same. We have other teachers who are interested in robotics and other coding, and so my success is not mine alone. This definitely was a group effort.
Who was the most influential person in your life as a teacher?
Probably my mom. I got my work ethic from my mom. I got my feeling of that your dream matters and go after your dream and never let it go. So I would say that she first and foremost was the one who made me get here. And I had other teachers. I had a high school teacher, Mrs. Lord, at Mariloma High School. She was a history teacher, and the way she taught history, she was so passionate. I really fell in love with history. And I decided that moment when I was a freshman in high school that I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to do what she did. And so my intention was to major in history and then become a teacher in history. And then in college at Cosumnes River College in Elk Grove, I met Mr. Breitenbach, who's a math teacher, and he taught me really the true meaning of mathematics. And it wasn't just solving for X, it was very much a puzzle that needed to be solved, and the first time I saw proofs was with him, and I really deeply fell in love with mathematics at that point. So I switched my major from history to math and have never turned back.
So the math became your holy grail.
Yes, yes, my passion, absolutely.
So how your friends react to your accomplishment and how it has challenged you?
So my friends here who work at Overfeld, we challenge each other. When we get to collaborate, we have PLCs here, professional learning communities, and mine meets every week, and they definitely are one of my support systems here. And they're not just math teachers; they're actually 2 science teachers and an art teacher. And we get together and we talk about like what's going on in your class, and we help each other out. We help each other do better. So there's that built-in kind of challenge support system. And I have a lot of friends who are techies. So I've got friends at Google and friends at Intel. And this year when we started our computer science course, I was asking them all kinds of things because it was very much, I have some background in coding. I'm learning so much, and I'm going to continue to take classes this summer and eventually get a computer science degree. But just the idea of what is it like at Google, what is it like at Intel, and how do I communicate that to my students? And so my friends were very helpful with that as well.
So let me ask you this. You've been teaching for quite a few years.
13 years, yes.
13 years is a long time. And what are the things that you would like to give a message to the readers, especially the parents, that what should they do with their children as they're coming to your school?
Just stay involved. I've heard that parents are very involved when kids are younger. And then when kids become teenagers, it gets harder because the teenager is trying to pull away and the parent doesn't want to let him go, and so there's that friction. And I'm not a parent and I can't imagine how hard it is, but just to keep involved somehow because it means so much. Because kids always need their parents. My mom had a huge impact on me when I was like 17 years old. I was trying out for a competitive soccer team, and I didn't want to go to the final tryout because I had a bad day and I was just, I don't want to do it, Mom, I don't want to do it. So here's a 17-year-old, almost an adult, like crying and saying, Mom, I do not want to do this. And my mom stepped in and she said, no, you are going to go, you're going to do this, you're going to finish. And I ended up making the team, and I ended up going to a different college because of it, and that's where I met Mr. Breitenbach because of that, and that moment where she stepped in and supported me and did not let me give up on myself had huge impacts for my life.
So the parents need to be involved.
Yes, any way you can become involved, just please
You don't need to know the subjects.
No, oh no. I mean, my mom was very, very happy when I chose math, but she was not able to help me with the actual problems. But she made sure that I sat down and did my homework every night, even though she didn't understand it. And she helped me, well, if you don't understand how to do this, what are the resources at the school? And so she helped me navigate that as well. So, yeah, you don't have to know the content.
That is the most important part. And I'm glad you shared that with the students and the parents mainly, because I feel like sometimes parents are afraid to ask the students, because maybe they're coming from a other country or their language, English is not their language.
Yes.
And those are challenges.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Davis, thank you. Thank you for your time, thank you for bringing all the students together. And wish you the best luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.